Hidden details in Harry Potter. How many have you actually noticed? In Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the very first time Snape locks eyes with Harry, he accidentally ends up taking the blame for Voldemort. But there's a tiny detail that shows he actually knows what's going on. When he sees Harry touch his scar in pain, Snape pauses for a moment, then glances over at Quirrell standing next to him. That little look tells us that even this early on, Snape already suspects that the harmless Professor Quirrell might not be so harmless after all. At the train station, when Fred and George are joking around and pretending their mom can't tell them apart, you can actually see their initials on their trunks. If you pause at the right moment, you'll notice that when Mrs. Weasley calls out Fred, her eyes are already looking at his luggage. So yeah, she definitely knows who's who. There's a good chance she's just playing along with the twins' little game. Harry and Ron also have their names written on their luggage. And when Harry first sees the Hogwarts Express, there's a kid in the background getting on the train. From his build, his face, and the fact that he's being dropped off by his grandmother, that kid is very likely Neville Longbottom. Later, when Neville gets his Rememberall, the smoke inside turns red, which means he's forgotten something. If you look at what everyone around him is wearing, the clue is pretty clever. The Rememberall is probably reminding him that he forgot to put on his robes. Even the way the trio wears their scarves says a lot about their personalities. Hermione's scarf is wrapped perfectly and neatly. Ron just kind of throws his around his neck, however. Harry's scarf is somewhere in between the two, and if you pay attention, the way they tie their ties matches this pattern too. When Wood is teaching Harry how to play Quidditch, the second the golden snitch takes off, Wood immediately loses track of it, but Harry never takes his eyes off it for even a moment. That tiny detail really shows he was born to be a seeker. And finally, when Dumbledore tells Harry that the Sorcerer's Stone has been destroyed, there's a painting on the wall behind them. In the painting, a nurse walks over and blows out the candle by a patient's bed. That's a visual hint that Nicholas Flamel, the creator of the stone, has quietly passed away.